things and you still can't lose a pound. It's perhaps the biggest health myth of all. You're to blame for your own weight gain. But what if I told you that's just not true? You could be packing on up to 30 pounds for a very simple reason. A hidden food allergy is making you fat. But you can get it under control if you know what it is. Dr. Mark Hyman has been studying this breakthrough research connecting food allergies and obesity. He's here with information that may solve your weight issues and a lot more. So let me start off with a big issue. When I think about food allergies, I think most of us think about this. We think about fast-acting, even life-threatening attacks. Mark, you argue that this is a very different kind of allergy.
That's right.
But just ask the big question. I mean, how important do you think food allergies are for obesity?
Very big. You know, food allergies cause inflammation in the digestive tract. They damage the gut, and they cause inflammation, and that leads to obesity. Now, doctors debate whether inflammation comes first or obesity comes first, but I think inflammation most often comes first, and that drives a vicious cycle of weight gain and further weight gain, and more research is proving this true.
Now, there's one allergy in particular that you're going to focus in on today. This one's going to shock a lot of you, but you argue that you could gain up to 30 pounds a year because an allergy to dairy might be inflaming you. Why is that?
That's right. Well, dairy is among the most common. There's lots of them, but dairy is among the most common. And it's hidden in foods you eat every day. You don't even know it. Now, most people think of allergies as the acute allergy. You get a peanut allergy, your tongue swells up, you can't breathe, you get hives. That affects maybe 2 to 5% of the population. But up to 60% of the population can be affected by hidden food sensitivities like dairy. And that causes a slow, delayed response that you might not notice for hours or even days after, and it can cause all sorts of symptoms, including weight gain.
The idea of 60% of the population, more than half the people who are here today or who are watching on television might have this allergy, blows my mind. So if it's okay, I'm going to show you an animation. I want to make this really clear because I want you to understand how a dairy allergy can cause you to gain weight. So if you look at an innocent experience of putting something in your mouth that might have a little bit of dairy, and there's all kinds of things that have this. This food goes into your mouth, and you break it down into small particles. Now, as it goes down the esophagus, into the stomach, it mixes with bacteria. There's a lot of bacteria down there, folks. It's this bacteria that can do things that help digest the food, but if there's these red, bad bacteria that are prospering because of the food you're eating because you've got a dairy allergy, or if you've got an allergy that causes an autoimmune attack where your immune cells are building down and digging down, creating these large crevices, these large cracks that get larger and larger, breaking apart a wall that's supposed to be impermeable and causing cracks that allow all kinds of things from your intestines to flow into your bowel. That leads to your bowel distending, causing bloating, irritable bowel symptoms. You can get lethargy. You can get the bloating and the weight gain that we're talking about. This is a big deal. The body has a wall in your intestinal tract to keep what's inside away from you. And if that's not going to happen, it's a big deal for us. So I'm focusing on this because I think more than half of you, 60% Dr. Hyman estimated, might have some type of an allergy, and those allergies lead to inflammation that cause weight gain very definably. So let's walk through the main sources of dairy, since we're focusing on dairy allergies today, and talk not just about the obvious ones, the cleared milks and the cheeses, but also some hidden sources of dairy.
Dairy is in a lot of foods. I mean, it's obviously milk, it's cheese, it's butter, it's yogurt. Just to point, eggs are not dairy because I haven't seen a cow lay an egg recently.
That's right.
So
very good point.
People get confused. You know?